Cllr Tony Skipper. I'm Deputy Lord Mayor of Coventry, and I've been a councillor for Coventry for about 18, maybe 20 years. I'm heavily involved in the creative activities of the city. I'm on the board of the Belgrade Theatre, and I've been involved with the Belgrade probably about 10 years at least. A very heavy commitment to the theatre. I'm on the board of Cllr Coventry, which is the organisation, the trust that runs the Herbert Gallery and the Transport Museum. Again, quite heavily involved in that as well. I'm on the board of Eagle Performance, a little known but highly valued enterprise. And I'm also on the board of the Midlands Arts Council. I was previously on the Arts Council board for the West Midlands, but then when the restructuring came through and it was joined up with East Midlands to become the Midlands, and the Arts Council Midlands runs from Lincoln right down to Worcester, so it's quite a large one, and I'm on the board of that for the next. I've just been reappointed for another 2 years. The City of Culture bid that Coventry are chasing will mean a great deal to the city, but it's not an end in itself. I mean, it's very nice to be called the City of Culture, but it acts as a catalyst for lots of other things. And the city's got a young population, fairly young population. It's got quite a diverse population, and I think the issue of diversity is going to be quite key because it helps to deal with diversity. It's a city that's got lots of areas that need to be regenerated, and regeneration is going to be part of the theme, and the general economic impact of it. The creative industries are a growth sector, and this is a growth part. So it's an area in which we can focus our attention. The bid's supported by 2 universities, and they're nationally recognised as quality universities. So the bid itself I think is quite a strong one, and its impact on the city will be immense in terms of bringing out creative talent within the city and help to develop the city and really establish it. Tourism's a key issue as part of this as well, and Coventry's I understand about the 12th largest place in population-wise in the country. And it's got a fantastic medieval background. Basically, it's a medieval city. But it punches well below its weight in terms of tourism. And what I'm expecting is that tourism will grow. The City of Culture bid, if we're successful. Even if we're not successful, I do expect tourism within Coventry to extend. As I said, I'm on the board of the Midlands Arts Council, which approves the NPOs. And one of the reasons I've been reappointed for another 3 years is the fact I was involved in the last round of NPOs, so that what they want is board members that have got experience in dealing with them. At the time, Coventry had 4 NPOs, and unfortunately we've lost one of them. We lost one of them in the last round, and have got high hopes of trying to get more this time. But I think I had figures, but Birmingham's got about 19, I think, and Leicester's got probably more than double the number Coventry have. So Coventry's got a good case for arguing for NPOs, but they must be quality bids. They must have some genuine base to them. When the bids are actually discussed at the board meeting, you declare an interest in advance, and then you leave the room. Quite simply, you leave the room. So last year, when the bids from the Belgrade and the other places came up, I didn't take any part in the discussions about them. But then I come back and discuss on other issues. I consider myself to be a photographer, and my sort of involvement in photography is phased over the years. There's been periods of time when photography was really the main sort of thrust of my activities. Well, the university's extremely important, and I think that's a very big plus for us, the fact that we've got 2 high-quality, nationally high-quality regarded universities. What we want is for people from the university to actually stay on in Coventry once they've completed their studies. And it's very relevant because the reason I came to Coventry in the first place was to study at the University of Warwick, and I stayed on. Yeah, I've stayed on in Coventry. But there's some very good talent. At the Belgrade Theatre now, it's got quite close links with the drama people at the Coventry University, and the standard of performance is just tremendous. I mean, it really is outstanding stuff. And Warwick University has actually got the Warwick Arts Centre located there, and I tell people that's sort of the icing on the cake for Coventry's artistic offering. It's tremendous, a tremendous place. In fact, I was there last night for an exhibition at the Mead Gallery. The bid will be immensely valuable in terms of developing partnerships and extending existing partnerships. And I think at the end of the day, should we fail, I don't expect us to, that will be one pretty clear, tangible outcome from it. There are two groupings. There's sort of the biggies, I call them the Magnificent Seven, which is the Warwick Arts Centre, Stratford Theatre in Shakespeare in Stratford, yeah, and the key ones, Belgrade and so forth. But also there's what they call themselves Friday the 13th grouping of creative organisations within Coventry, and the fact that they're all established, they're all working together. I'd say that would be a big plus, I think, in terms of our bid, but also it would be a tangible outcome that we've got should we not succeed in the bid. The Belgrade Theatre is highly rated. It's part of Coventry's heritage. It was when I was studying at the University of East Anglia, I used to take the Guardian newspaper into the lectures and read it, and it always had reviews of plays and productions at the Belgrade Theatre because it was a nationally recognised. Well, it's still very much nationally recognised one. It's got extremely good management. That's one thing I would say about the Belgrade Theatre. Very good team of officers. The work with youth in the city is highly commendable, and we just won an award. The Belgrade's just won a national award for its work with diversity. Elderly people in Coventry are very valuable. They've got their memories and their experience. They are what they've made Coventry as it is today. The focus now, as I said, is the fact it's a young city, it's a growing city, and the youngsters are the Coventry of the future. I mean, he's quite blatant about this. These other people, who at the end of the day, are really going to be the focus. But elderly people shouldn't get nostalgic. They shouldn't, people who use sort of nostalgia not to progress. You've got to develop the city. You've got to regenerate the city. You've got to embrace change. But you need to support elderly people. The Belgrade certainly does. It runs a very good programme of support, and the people who come in, you meet them in there, they're really on a high.